I figure it's been a while since I last did an update video for The Spy Who Loved Me 64. I do want to mention progress has slowed down since everything started to open up again. However, there are a few little things I can show off. So for this particular video, I've always wanted to do this, but I didn't really have a very robust machine that had an HDMI output to be able to do such a thing. And now I do. It was very much inspired by this one playthrough on GameSpot, I want to say, where it was the creators of Cuphead going through some of the levels that they made and giving their commentary behind the development of it. I figured I would do very much the same thing with the first 3 levels, and then after that, I'll show you something that you haven't seen yet. Well, without further ado, let us begin. First things first, gotta get the mouse injector up. Still haven't figured that part out yet. Oh dear. Okay. Hopefully that'll do it. Full screen. Still a little new to this, so I hope it'll work. Hope it's loud enough. Yeah, it's definitely loud enough.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
As you can see, there's been some changes to the intro. I'll have to think about changing that eventually. There we go, now we got the mouse working. Okay, first 3 levels, here we go. So we'll start with the Alps. I like to challenge myself, so I'm going on double agent. Still kind of amazing, that particular picture I drew so many years ago is pretty much exact. So this intro was kind of difficult to do. We were trying to figure out how to do it without revealing the backpack. Only very recently have we decided to add glass to these windows. It's just kind of an oversight that we just didn't care about. We also modeled a new chair, and we even have a fireplace. Okay, so first we gotta trigger the cutscene, pick up the gun. The way I have it set up, it's very hard to see where the gun's pointing, but I'll try my best. So, this was one thing that a lot of old game designers did, as well as what GoldenEye did, and I wanted to carry this feature over. So the main idea is that they never really bogged anybody down with tutorials. So the idea is that you have the player learn on their own. So you get this nice neutral area where you can figure out the movement controls, pick up a gun, be able to interact with characters, being able to open and close doors, and then engaging the enemy. Wow, this rig is just awesome. Now you may be wondering why there's all these snow piles everywhere. Basically, after playing so much Goldfinger 64, I was really afraid of having wide open spaces, so these are a way to help give you some cover. A lot of people kind of say that this first level doesn't really have a whole lot going for it, but that was actually intentional. I didn't want to scare the player away. I mean, it is the first level after all. So we'll go in here, we'll get the first specialist. I want to say that face is Prince Philip or Prince Edward. We were just throwing in a whole bunch of faces because we didn't have that many members of the team in the early stages. There's another one a lot of people ask about. It's really low res, so it kind of comes off as purplish. I want to say the guy had something to do with the original GoldenEye, but I'm not sure what. I'm killing myself. So it's kind of interesting that that one guard in there would have actually been the boss. That was kind of a throw-in idea that He just kind of scrambled at the last minute before Grassley started one of his streams. I'm kind of happy we were able to get it in just in time. Not running this low on ammo. Got the body armor. Body armor helps out a lot with that, with the end boss here. Now, I have seen a lot of bug testers where somehow you can actually kind of fly over this area, but I haven't been able to trigger it for quite a while now, so maybe it's been fixed. I always like to go this way. You get two different options, but here you get some really nice texture work, and plus I just really like tunnels. Probably not put these giant boxes right in front of my view to prop up the camera, but oh well. Hindsight is always 20/20. Just like last year. That's a bad pun. So this boss right here, I had a hard time trying to tweak in order to not make it insanely difficult. In fact, in very early builds of the game, it was almost near impossible to defeat this guy. That's why I added in all these guards to help give some ammo. Got him. A lot of people tell me that's a lot more difficult to do on console, but I have since tweaked the difficulty a lot. I remember that was a really hard thing to figure out, is how to dual wield these. There's some sort of odd setting where if you put two guns, it would just kind of accept the other one as extra ammo rather than another weapon. So let's see. Yep, you just gotta escape the mountaintop. Now, for a placeholder, we really just used the end cutscene of the dam, where basically he jumps. There's actually M. Arcane, I believe, who rotoscoped this and then programmed it to actually run and then jump. It came out pretty well, I would say. What's kind of crazy is that since the inception of that level, it really hasn't changed that much. Basically, just a few guards have changed places, or a few more have been added, but it's been basically the same since day one. The same cannot be said for level 2. If you've seen some of my earlier videos, you can see how much it's changed, not only in the texture work, but as well as the layout. This was done for optimization, and also to avoid a bunch of people sniping from everywhere. Still feel like I haven't fixed that camera right. So the main reason you may be wondering why I included a sniper rifle is because in earlier builds it was a long draw distance, and this was a way to kind of equalize it. A lot of people kind of make fun of the idea that it's a, I'm trying to remember what they call it, lever action. Yeah, I think that's what it is, but you can actually fire this automatically. That is a limitation of the engine, and quite frankly, I'm not really that much of a stickler. So the interesting thing is, this is one of the few levels that was actually designed to be sped run, so to speak, since the cheat that you would get from this level is invincibility. We wanted to make sure it was a bit of a challenge. Perhaps after this I'll see if I can demonstrate the run, but I've never been too good at such things. Where's the grenade launcher? Did I forget to put it back in? Oh no! I'm pretty sure that other box there was supposed to be the grenade launcher. Now it's impossible, because that's the only way to destroy these vehicles. Huh. That's quite a bad oversight. Oh well, I'll have to fix that all in good time. I can take care of everything else at least. Now, no matter how hard I tried to edit the code, for some odd reason these weapons are still fired as automatic in the hands of the guards, but only semi-automatic to the person holding the player. I have the grenades, yes, I don't have to. Got the grenade launcher. Oh wait, nope, it's coming back to me. That was intentional. Basically, it was a way to try to limit the weapons, try not to have too many all at one level. And plus also make it a little more challenging as well. So let's see, we'll throw a grenade there. The regular grenades are a lot more challenging than the grenade launcher since you can't really aim. It's been a very long time since I last played this, so that's why I forgot about the whole grenade thing. That'll work. Oh, luckily I put in plenty. Just gotta figure out how to land it just right under it. Therein lies the trick to speedrunning this level. It was kind of crazy to think that in very early builds of this, there was kind of a bottleneck where there was like a gauntlet of 10 or 20 enemies that come after you. Even on emulation, it was still very difficult. Okay, I wasn't sure if I blew that one up or not. Might as well have some fun. Let's show off the shotgun here. I still find it kind of funny that this shotgun is known as the Ithaca, which I knew there was a town in my area of the same name, but I didn't know they were actually related. But yes, the Ithaca is actually made in the Ithaca towards me, which I don't want to reveal my location too much, so I'm just going to leave it at that. We also put in some new trucks, just as a way to break it up a little bit. Hopefully I got the grenade right. Yep. Let me just make sure I got all the objectives complete, aside from meeting with Hussein. Basically right here is where the bottleneck was of a good 10 or 20 enemies that just kind of blast the player. It just kind of got way too difficult, and plus it would just destroy the performance of the game. So we added a nice clean sweep. We also added in some Arabian beauties. Hello ladies. Yeah, they don't really do much. Originally it was intended that either they would be armed or that they would, well I guess that's not set up right. Either the beauties were supposed to be armed or after you attack them, then they'd attack. It was a way to kind of make up for the idea of the Imperial Guard that was, well, I never really made it past concepts, which was very interesting. It took quite a while to figure out how to engineer this cutscene, because sitting down enemies, well, sitting down NPCs are rather difficult to do in this engine, but we were able to rip it from Perfect Dark, and it was able to get the point across. That's that. Alright, I'm gonna try my best to attempt to run this. Just know I'm no professional at this. Plus, one of the main problems I have is it's very difficult for me to see the whole screen. In case you were wondering why everything was set up so perfectly. I feel like I'm losing a lot of time on this. Well, if nothing else, this is just how it would be done. If it could be done. I know it could be done. We do have a speedrunner in the developers team, and they were able to help get us the times. Basically added an extra 10 seconds to make up for the difficulty of on console. forgot to get that joint in. I'm gonna add more time to this. I don't even think I'll be able to beat this. There we go. Ran out of grenades. Plus it didn't work. Now you get the basic gist. If you want to challenge yourself, that's generally the path to do it in. And hey, you know, I wasn't too far off at the time, actually. Anyway, on to the estate. As of now, this level was the second longest to be developed. The first one is the Leparis, which is rightly so. The thing is just huge, and trying to get it to run pretty decent on console is going to take a very long time, but this is going to be quite a glorious level once it's complete. But, on to the estate. You may notice we even added some lighting effects in here. Apparently that was a major criticism of the first build in this level we had. Basically, I didn't want to delay the release of the demo another 3 months to help put some lighting in. Plus, even then, there's still a few problems here and there. Basically, there's a few spots where the sky kind of tears open, if that makes sense. So there's a way to try to make it a little more interesting. I made sure that I kind of crammed this level full of stuff. Let me start that sentence over. So the letter, so to speak, that you have to collect, it's meant to spawn in one of 4 locations as a way to kind of encourage some level exploration. And I'm a really big proponent of level exploration, so I like to encourage it whenever possible. The main ways I did it was with the book, and also I would kind of stuff little ammo caches and weapons in some of these rooms. As you can see, the stair railing is gone here, but that's another one of those little errors we're still trying to work out. So let's see, it wasn't in those 2 areas, so it must be further along. I remember with really early builds, this town section didn't even exist. They were still trying to get finished. So basically, you just kind of started right here, and then the level would go as normally. So here, you get a little bit more to go through. Now, level 3 did take a long time to get completed. I'd say it was worth it. It's very well put together, even if there are a lot of empty rooms, but that was a common complaint of the original GoldenEye as well. Maybe I'll stick with this. It's a lot faster firing rate and a lot higher of a magazine. Maybe it's because I got a halfway decent rig to see all this, but wow, I'm just seeing this lighting for the first time on a halfway decent machine. This is great. I'm gonna laugh if the letter was actually in the position you would have gone to anyway. That's why I'm bringing up the cursor, because I can't see the gun the way this is set up. So the interesting thing as well is that there was actually a different music track for this level. And there was also a different X track as well. But they were later recomposed to kind of create a more darker, almost foreboding nature. In all honesty, I'm a really big fan of that. So this was a fun action block, so basically they're able to stand up from the chair, and then after enough time, they run. I believe that was Rec that did that. Very big fan of their handiwork. They did a lot of stuff for this level as well. They also programmed the end cutscene, which in some builds wouldn't trigger for some reason. Ah, there it is. And just had to get that photo of Fetcache in there. You gotta go for that bit of authenticity. as well as Sandor at the window there. Now, I did originally have this dialogue actually follow the movie a lot closer, but after having to play the level over and over again, it just seemed really boring, and it just kind of took a while. So I cut out some of the less important bits. So Sandor shoots her through my body. I'm killing myself. Get the ammo crates. And then we got the Mac 10. This is a way to help equalize the boss fight a little bit. Use the door for cover. The boss fight is still a little janky at times, but I'd say it gets the job done. It's even more fun when the guards start to hear guns and they start attacking. Talk about oblivious, is just standing there like nothing's wrong. And the other one here, you got the wall for cover. Oh, I actually killed him before I got to the roof. I didn't know you could do that. That's annoying. And so this entire end cutscene, this was done by Rec, and I think they did a fantastic job of it. They also added in the screen for the movie. Oh, chaff. That animation was just perfect. Like everyone's running around screaming. So before I end there, I just want to show you the rooftops. Okay, that was freaky. I'm showing you the rooftop right now. You know, that was another thing I forgot to mention. So, you'll know that at the beginning of each level, there's 3 initials for the most part. Basically, when I was playing the archives for the first time, trying to edit the text there, the level began with GRU, and I didn't know what that meant. Only until reading from Russia with Love did that actually start to make sense. But essentially, I kind of had fun with it. I took those initials and made it so they matched up the initials of the person who modeled the level. So JT is for Johnny Thunder. This one was made by Corfix, so is CFX. That table doesn't do anything, it just kind of looks nice. There's a bit of a hole there. Oh well. So the way it's supposed to go is, instead of actually killing him right there, is that you would kind of follow him up to the roof. And then every so often, let's see, he has another stopping point here, which, if you do it right, you can either use this wall for cover, or you can shoot him through the window. And after that spot, you'll run up the stairs, just like in the movie. I don't know what it is about this level, but I just kind of went full on with trying to make it as authentic as possible. And then pretty much right where those 2 guards are is where Sandor would stand to attack again. Reduce the wall from the stairwell for cover. Oh, right. We had some problems there. Basically, there were a few people that didn't realize you weren't supposed to go to the rooftops. You can actually jump off there and kill yourself by accident. So basically, behind that door, you just kind of weave around a little maze. You know what? I'll just show you. Go for the Minnesota mentality. Show me. At least I think that's Minnesota. That's the show me state. Or is that Missouri? Whatever. I put it on agent, so it'll be a lot easier. What am I doing? Oh, there's the guy that had the horribly compressed face. From what we were given, I think it was pretty well done in the end. Some talking with Felicia. That's another thing a lot of people know about me, is I'm a horrible speller, so I hope that's how you spell Felicia. In fact, I think there were other builds in the game where there were a few misspells here and there. It just kind of fits my personal quirks, I guess. So in order to not kill Sandy right away, I think I'll just stick the body shots with a pistol. Just gonna say, open the door already. Because I got an agent, I got body armor now. Maybe I should stick with the Beretta. Had enough? There he goes. Let's see, there's probably... Oh, I already took care of the guards on the stairwell, that's why they're not following me. Now here's kind of a fun thing as well. So I may be complaining about the idea that I didn't follow the routes the way I wanted to, but that was actually intended. Basically, I wanted to make it so if you played the game on your own, after you don't get all the cheats, I mean, then you can simply use the golden gun and then one-shot them, kind of as a bit of a reward for beating the game. I do also have this on agents, so that's another reason it probably seems so easy. Just chase them up the stairs. We'll have enough ammo for this guy. Well, first comes the worst, I can't slap him to death. Sheesh. How much more can he take? There he goes. So he opens the door and then you're onto the roof. It would have been kind of fun to make it a fist fight, but with the way the slappers are in the game, it just really wouldn't have worked. And then you can use whatever these wooden things are for cover. You need to get pretty close to them, actually. Alright, time to unload. Yeah. And then the cutscene plays as normally. That's the way I want most people to play this level, but obviously that's not going to be the case most of the time, as I showed you. So, those are the first 3 levels. So before I conclude, there's 2 more things I want to show you. A very early build of one of our multiplayer maps, and another level that we've been working on as well. I'm going to be doing this without dialogue so you can get your own impressions. And plus I really wanted to see what this HD game would look like in VHS, so there we go. Until next time, keep having fun.